Power Up is the new mechanic of set 15, and today I'm gonna teach you a few things about it because it looks simple but it might be a bit difficult. In a game you'll get two of these fruits, so you have one on your main carry and maybe one on your main tag, or if you have like two carries you can put it on like both of them. Now this power up system may be like very simple to understand, but it's a bit more complicated than it sounds. First of all, it changes the game because now the order of actions that you need to do in a game is different. Before you were like maybe scouting, positioning and making items, but now you need to use the fruit the first thing in your game. Because for example in a round, if you do not use your fruit first and then you do other actions and the fight starts, you cannot use the fruit anymore. So maybe you have like this win streak and you want to protect, but if you don't have the fruit ability on your champion, you are way weaker. So next time you are in your games, the order of action should be like using the fruit first and then you can make all the others like scout, position, make items and stuff like that. Fruit first, always. Now that we know the effects of the fruit, how exactly do you use it in our advantage? Well, it's a bit more complicated, so stay around. First of all, every champion has a pool of power-ups. Let's say they have 10, right? Once you use power-up 1, if you decide to remove it at any time in the game, you will not see it again. So after you use the power-up and you removed it, there are 9 left. This can be positive or negative. For example, if you use a power-up and then you change your mind, and you feel like it's trash, or maybe you use it early game and late game you want something better, then it's cool. But for example, if you use the power up and then you decided to change your mind in the mid game and you want it back, it's gone, you never see it again. The second thing is that there are power ups that are like in 2 parts. You'll see like 1 out of 2 and you're like, oh, I need to use the second fruit on this champion and I get 2 out of 2. No. This is another thing from the power-up system, you cannot have 2 fruits on the same champion. These 2-part power-ups can be used on your team and gives you a better effect. For example, there's a power-up that gives you a small tornado, right? If you complete 2 of these like power-ups and you get it like twice, the tornado gets big and does more damage. While some of these power-ups right now like look very weak, in the future I think like this 1 out of 2 or like 2-part power-ups will be very strong. So learn how to use them. Another thing of this system is that you cannot see all these power-ups the entire game. What I'm trying to say is that some power-ups you can only see it in a certain stage. I'm not sure exactly which you can see at any point in the game because Riot didn't really reveal that yet. But for example, you should be paying attention to like the Zephyr power up. I am not sure if you can see it the entire game or only in stage 2, stage 3. Now PB is next, so of course we're gonna learn more about this power up system. But it's very interesting to know that you will only see a power up exactly in a certain stage, and if you not take it, you cannot see it anymore. This can be abused in a way where you can force a certain power up in stage 4+ because you cannot see all the other power ups. Last thing about power ups, and it's the most simple one, is that how do you use it and how do you remove it? You have a power up remover, but if you don't want to use those because you have certain reasons, you can just sell the champion. This will be kind of bad if you have like the main carry, but for example, if you use like a Kalista early game and use a power up on her, you'll not feel bad selling her at level 8 at 4-2 to just put the power up on your main carry. I hope now you know more about the power up system. Let me know if you learned something and see you at the next one.